So dandruff can ruin a really good outfit. So let's go ahead and figure out how to get rid of dandruff the natural way. Let's get to it. So I compiled a list of 6 things that are the leading causes, the normal causes for dandruff, like how this happens, right? Because my thought was always dandruff comes from dry skin flakes. So that is one of the reasons here. But there's other things that can also cause dandruff. So let's go down this list real quick, and then we'll break down some oils that I like to use personally and in our products to help alleviate the situation. All right, so one of the ones we have here is seborrheic dermatitis, okay? So this one is a common condition that affects areas rich in oil glands, like the scalp, leading to red, greasy skin covered with flaky white and yellow scales. Now that's the extreme type of dandruff that you see every once in a while, and it's really rough. But you can also get rid of it with a couple of natural things. So the next one I never heard of before, but it's called Malassezia. So it's a type of yeast that naturally lives on the scalp, and when it grows out of control, it can cause scalp irritation, increased skin cell turnover, leading to dandruff. Crazy. So we have dry skin here. That's what I like to tackle. Simple dry skin can lead to small flakes of dandruff that is often exacerbated by cold, dry air during winter. Now this is one that I have talked about before, and some folks understand it when I bring it up, but some folks don't. So it's hair care products. So your sensitivity to certain hair care products, contact dermatitis, can cause red, itchy, scaly scalp. Now I mentioned a lot that you got to be careful what you use in your products, right? Because it's touching your skin. So if you're using something that your body is not okay with, well, what's going to happen is you're going to have an issue. And if you try to go to the doctor and say, well, I'm using this shampoo or this oil for my hair, and they see 40, 50 different ingredients, they're going to be unable to pinpoint what's the cause of your problem. But using something like our product where it's only 5, 6, 7 ingredients, it's much easier to knock down what's causing this issue so that you don't have it anymore. So again, simple is always better in my personal opinion when it comes to skincare. So this is one I found very interesting where it says not shampooing enough. My thing was always if you over shampoo, you're going to dry out your scalp. But according to this, irregular washing can lead to oil and skin cells buildup. Yeah, that can cause dandruff. So if you're not washing your hair enough, you're just having excess oil and dead skin sitting on top. I never really thought about that one, but it makes a lot of sense. There's another one I considered but didn't really understand how to tackle it, and it's diet. So a diet lacking in zinc, B vitamins, and certain types of fats can increase your risk of dandruff, which makes sense because the oil that comes out of your skin is fatty. So not having the fats in your diet can lead to drier skin, which makes sense. But I never thought about it for the scalp. And the other one here is just skin conditions. Other skin conditions such as eczema and psoriasis can cause dandruff-like symptoms. So now that we understand how dandruff is present on your scalp, now you can look at some of the oils that I like to use to get rid of it. All right, so tea tree oil is one of my favorite oils to utilize for the skin in general because it's antifungal. So any fungus that's growing in the body, this thing's gonna take care of it. So when I was looking it up, right, why is tea tree oil good for dandruff? It says here, tea tree oil is renowned for its ability to combat the mesolia fungus that we spoke about earlier, which is often responsible for dandruff. And tea tree's antimicrobial properties help reduce fungal growth and soothe the scalp. So now when you're itching and scratching, if you use something that has tea tree oil in it, not only does it kill the fungus, it also soothes the scalp with that nice like cooling sensation, so you no longer have to feel that itchy desire to do it anymore. Now of course you want to mix that tea tree oil with a nice carrier oil that will go down here later to make it more gentle, because if you use straight tea tree oil, it might burn like the dickens if you have any cuts and bruises that's on your scalp just from scratching so much. But we'll talk about that in a second. Now, here's a good carrier oil that I like to use, which is coconut oil. I like to cook with coconut oil and use it on my body. Let me explain a little bit. So as we know, coconut oil is very moisturizing. It's also antifungal and also soothing, is what it says here. But we already knew these things, that's why we like to use them. But here's how it works. So coconut oil helps hydrate the scalp and prevent dryness. So again, the big thing for me is making sure your scalp is moisturized, but not too moisturized, but moisturized enough so you're not having dry skin and fungal growth. Now, the antifungal properties in coconut oil also help in reducing the fungal infections, which we spoke about a second ago. So the yeast that's naturally in your hair can become a fungus. And how do you combat that fungus? With natural products. So tea tree oil and coconut oil combination does a fantastic job of that. The next one's a personal favorite of mine, which is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the closest oil to mimicking, right, what your skin naturally produces. So the natural oil that your skin produces, some people don't have enough. It just doesn't work out that way. So if you use jojoba oil, as your substitute for that. You do a fantastic job of helping to balance out and regulate your natural oil production. So argan oil is the next one on the list here, and it's rich in antioxidants, moisturizing, and anti-inflammatory. Argan oil is expensive, but it's really good, and that's the reason why it's expensive. Argan oil is packed with vitamin E and fatty acids that nourish and hydrate the scalp, reducing inflammation and preventing flakiness. So this is one of the carrier oils you want to mix it with. I would probably want to go with something that has a nice coconut oil, jojoba oil, argan oil mixture with some tea tree. And then the last one here is rosemary oil, because this bad boy is fantastic. It's antimicrobial, stimulating, and anti-inflammatory. So you see stimulating here is one of the things I just mentioned. Rosemary oil is really good when it comes to helping to stimulate hair growth, right? By stimulating blood flow. So this one is a good one to have as well if you're interested in that. Now, I do have a free ebook down in the description that you can download that has 50 essential oils that help with hair growth. But those 50 essential oils also have other properties that you see here when it comes to taking care of the dandruff. So antifungal, antimicrobial, helping keep your skin nice and clean. It even says here, rosemary oil is effective in stimulating blood circulation in the scalp, which promotes hair growth and reduces dandruff. Boom. Now, if you have blood flow there, you know the oil is producing, so you can't have a dry scalp if you got blood flow and the oil's there. And its antimicrobial properties often help in reducing fungal activity. So it's very simple. There's simple ways to treat dandruff, natural ingredients. Like I said, I would stay away from products that you don't fully understand the ingredient composition, because you may have something in there that's very drying, like alcohol. A lot of companies use alcohol in their products with the perfume or the fragrance. So it may smell nice, but it's also drying out your scalp, which can lead to dandruff. So now that we've gone over the reasons why you have dandruff, we've gone over some of the oils that help you with your dandruff, let me introduce you to a couple of the products we have in our shop to help you with that as well. You can try out our Midnight Rose Leave-In Conditioner. This is going to help keep your scalp nice and moisturized. All you do is spray it in there, allow it to seep into the scalp, massage for at least 60 seconds to help with hair growth, and also distribute the oils properly throughout your hair. Your scalp will stay nice and moisturized throughout the entire day, and it's jam-packed with essential oils to make sure you don't have any of this fungus growing in your head. The next one's going to be our Yum Yum water. This is fantastic as well in combination with the Midnight Rose, and it has that rosemary in there. It's going to do a fantastic job of helping fight that fungus as well, and it helps stimulate blood flow to your scalp so that you can have a nice, luscious head of hair. If you're looking for a more direct product to help with your hair growth while also stimulating blood flow to your scalp to help increase your fullness, you can check out our Destiny's Foundation and our Destiny's Regrowth. One's an oil and one's a butter. I like to use those in combination. The oil first to get to the scalp and then hit the hairs, and then the butter on top of that to lock that oil in as well to keep things nice and moisturized. And if you find yourself with a lot of hair like I have, you can also use one of our oil-infused wooden combs. I like to use one of the picks, and you can just pick through. Now, you don't have to use it to detangle, but you can use it to massage the scalp and also introduce oils to your scalp. So if you use the Midnight Rose, one of the oils, you can use that to make sure you're distributing the oils throughout your hair properly to the scalp as well, to make sure everything is nice and taken care of. With all that being said, hopefully this was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you. If you have any questions, please comment below. Anything you have, and I'll do my best to get you the answer immediately. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please do me a solid favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you can, go home and tell your mom you love her. See ya.